Hello guys! Ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon ay tungkol sa Midline Theorem and Midsegment Theorem of a Trapezoid. Unahin natin ang Midline Theorem. The segment that joins the midpoints of two sides of a triangle is parallel to third side and half as long. Let us consider this triangle. Triangle JOY. U is the midpoint of side JY, and S is the midpoint of side JO or segment JO. Therefore, pag kinonect natin ang point U and point S na parehas midpoint ng dalawang sides ng triangle, ang tawag na sa kanya ay midline or middle line. And it follows that segment US, yung midline natin, is parallel to the third side, which is segment YO. In symbol, we have segment US is parallel to segment YO. And ang measure ng midline US or yung segment US is half the measure of segment YO. I-apply natin ang midline theorem. Number 1, if US or the midline US is equals to 14, find the measure of YO. Ang solution, tulad ng sinabi natin kanina, ang midline ay kalahati ng measure ng third side, which is YO. Substitute lang natin ang given. The measure of segment US is 14, is equals to 1/2 the measure of segment YO. Cross-multiply lang natin ang 2 and 14. So we have 28 is equals to the measure of segment YO. Therefore, the measure of segment YO is 28. Number 2, if YO is equals to 3x plus 4 and US is equals to 5, find the value of x. Here's the solution. The same formula ang gagamitin natin, which is the measure ng segment US is 1/2 the measure of segment YO. Substitute lang ang given. The measure of segment US is equals to 5 equals 1/2. The measure of segment YO is equals to 3x plus 4. And then, cross-multiply lang natin. Yung 2 and 5, multiply lang natin itong dalawa na to. So, we have 10 is equals to 3x plus 4. Next, transpose positive 4. So, we have 10 minus 4 equals 3x. Then, simplify. 10 minus 4 is equals to 6. Then, divide both sides by 3. Therefore, the value of x is equals to 2. Letter B. Find the measure of segment YO. Here's the solution. Gamitin natin yung concept kanina na ang measure ng midline is equal to 1/2 the measure of segment YO or the third side. Then, substitute lang natin ang value ng US, which is 5, is equals to 1/2 times the measure of segment YO. Cross-multiply lang natin and 2 and 5. So we have 10 is equals to the measure of segment YO. And that is the final answer. Next is midsegment theorem of a trapezoid. The median of a trapezoid is parallel to each base and its length is 1/2 the sum of the lengths of the bases. Let us consider trapezoid SAFE. T is the midpoint of segment SE, and Y is the midpoint of segment AF. And it follows that segment TY, or the midsegment, is parallel to segment SA, which is the first base, and also parallel to the other base, which is segment EF. So, ibig sabihin, ang midsegment ay parallel sa dalawang bases ng trapezoid. And the measure of segment TY is equals to 1/2 the sum of the bases. Ang bases natin ay segment SA at segment FE. So, i-add lang natin ang sukat ng dalawang base divided by 2 para makuha natin ang measure ng segment TY, or the mid-segment. Now, let us apply the mid-segment theorem of trapezoid. Given trapezoid SAFE, TY is the median, and the measure of TY is equals to 30, segment SA is equals to X, and segment EF is equals to 3X plus 4. Question number 1, find the value of X. Here's the solution. Kunin natin yung formula kanina sa pagkuha ng measure ng mid-segment or the median. The measure of segment TY is equals to 1/2 the measure of the sum ng mga bases. Substitute the given. The measure of segment TY is 30 equals 1/2. Ang segment SA ay X at ang segment EF ay 3X plus 4. Cross-multiply natin yung 2 and 30. So, 2 times 30 is equals to 60. And then add X plus 3X is equals to 4X plus 4. Then we have now, lipat lang natin si positive 4 sa left side. So, we have 60 minus 4 equals 4X. Simplify. We have now 56 is equals to 4X. And then divide both sides by 4. So, we have 14 is equals to X. Therefore, the value of X is equals to 14. Number 2. Find the measure of segment EF. Here's the solution. Given that segment EF is equals to 3X plus 4. So, ano lang ang kailangan natin gawin? Since meron na tayong value ng X, i-substitute na lang natin ang value ng X. We have 3 times 14 plus 4. Then simplify. 3 times 14 is equals to 42 plus 4, which is equals to 46. Therefore, the measure of segment EF is equals to 46. And that's all. Thank you for listening.